I. I know you're sick of those letters because I am absolutely done with those letters. I mean, look at all this AI slop. How am I even supposed to compete with this? It can take months to engineer a video idea, and sometimes it's not even good. But an AI slop account can rip off that idea 100 different ways in minutes. And I'm not even sure if people can tell the difference.
But what if we flip things around? Instead of AI stealing our ideas, we steal AI's ideas?
All I have to do is find some slop with a couple million views, build those ideas in real life, and then rake in even more than millions of views and prove that human content is superior to AI. That's of course assuming that I can make real content that's better than AI slop content, which, I mean, of course I can, right? So this is the first sloppy slop that caught my eye. It's a horse mobility scooter. And I don't know why, but the AI accounts seem to have a thing for horses. Like they have horse mopeds, horse motorcycles, horse robots. I think that this is probably the best version of that idea though, because your target audience will be boomers and they can't tell that it's fake. Even though the AI doesn't seem to know whether the horses are supposed to be alive or not. And I think all I need to build this is a mobility scooter and a horse. So I called a guy that you've probably seen before who knows a ton about scooters. That's right, Michael Reeves, his engineering friend Tommy Wong.
Yeah, mind the bees.
Oh my god, Tommy! Why are there so many bees in your garage?
This place is awesome. You've got everything in here.
You've got a little Hello Kitty bike, you've got anime, you've got rotten cat food.
We have a bit of a pest problem.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Tommy has a mental illness that I think is called hoarding, which means he's got all the garbage that I need to make a real horse mobility scooter.
What? Is this a carousel horse?
Yeah, it's real wood and everything.
Have you ever sat on this?
No, I'm kind of scared to.
Oh.
Did you actually just show up and break my horse?
Yeah, but okay, so Tommy, is it okay if we use this horse?
Back when this horse was on a carousel, it probably had a big brass pole going right through its horse hole. But for some reason, Tommy's just had this crappy piece of wood holding it up. So I reused the mobility scooter's chair to weld up a frame with a pipe to stick the horse onto.
Oh yeah, look, it goes right in the horse's hole now.
And then Tommy helped me replace the mobility scooter's dead speed controller with a much better one.
Some senile moron used tiny 24-volt batteries when you could just use 2 LiPo batteries to get 48 volts. So this thing should go twice as fast. I don't know why they didn't think of this before. Whoa!
Now me and Tommy just have to lay pipe up the horse's hole.
Now you might be thinking to yourself, but Alan, how are you supposed to steer this thing? This handlebar doesn't turn. Well, don't you worry, because me and Tommy have bypassed the entire horse and built the world's first mobility scooter with foot steering, which is great for people who want to use a mobility scooter, but their legs still work. And look at this thing. This just looks way better than the AI version.
But even if it looks good and works good, it doesn't mean it'll make a good short. And also, it doesn't really work that good.
Horse mobility scooter, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Oh, the steering, oh my god, the steering is really bad. It doesn't like to steer. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh, there's no brake. Oh, there's no brake, I can't steer. Ah! Okay, it has been about 30 minutes now. I've uploaded this short onto Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I didn't provide any context. Like, I don't want people to watch this just to beat AI. I just want to know straight up, raw dog, if people like this more or less than the original. So I used the same description as the AI slop and the same caption, same editing style, same length, same everything. And so far, things are looking bad. Like, it's not a good sign when the platform analytics are telling you in plain English that your video is terrible. Hey, so we noticed that you suck. Can we figure out why? Looking back on this, I think the problem is a mobility scooter needs an actual boomer to be on top of it. Otherwise, it's just a random YouTube guy on a carousel horse. Like, the idea just doesn't come together otherwise. So right now, we're at 2,000 views on YouTube and Instagram and 400 views on TikTok. This is probably not gonna get over 1 million views. So like, whatever idea I steal next has got to be something I can build as visually close to the original slop as possible. But before that, I've got to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Upside.
I was collecting points on this fast food app that will remain unnamed, but then my account crashed and I lost all of my points. This is a true story. But now I've got Upside, which is a free app that gives you extra cash back on your everyday purchases. You can even get cash back on gas for you and your car. There's no confusing point system, no digital coupons. It's actual money that you can transfer straight to your bank account. This is a pizza place by me with a 28% cashback offer. And that's cashback on top of any cashback or rewards you're already getting with your credit card. Just claim the offer in the app, pay for it with a credit card like normal, and follow the next steps in the app to get paid. There's over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app. Upside's given back over $1 billion to its users so far. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code AlanPan to get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. It helps support the channel, and you get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas with promo code AlanPan. And thanks again to Upside for sponsoring this video. Oh look, an AI beer mug high heels. This is giving a ton of that like thanks I hate it kind of energy where it's disgusting but you can't look away. There's actually a ton of like other beer filled things in AI Slop, but for whatever reason like beer heels is definitely the hardest to not watch. So pros, I think this project actually looks very doable in real life. Honestly, the hardest part will be finding someone to model them. Cons, it has over 10 million views. So somehow I have to make something real that looks even better at being worse than this. But after some challenging attempts at combining a high heel with a beer mug, I decided this project should be 3D printed. So then I did something that would terrify even Jeff Bezos. I hired a human being to design the shoes, and then I got it printed at a brick and mortar small business.
Whoa! Oh, you put them on a turntable also? That is gorgeous. How long did this take you, like man-hour wise?
Probably 30 hours of labor.
I put clear coat on, and the clear coat didn't go well, so I just stripped the clear coat, and then all the different polishing, it became frustrating. Son of a fucking bitch.
So thank you to Vision Miner for torturing one of your employees for an entire week to replicate something a slopsmith probably made in 3 seconds. So then I packed my bags to do a fashion photo shoot with my good friend Crescent Shay.
Alan's kidnapped me here in a foreign country and I can't escape.
She makes real fantastical clothing that looks so good it could be AI.
It's a cool concept. I mean, like, it has the hint of something that you want to put in the world, but isn't super realistic.
What do you think is in this box, Shay?
Beer shoes.
There we go.
No, these are actually really good.
And even though I had zero experience as a fashion photographer, I was still dog shit at filming fashion.
The bugwood in the beer.
What? There's a bug in there? Also, turns out in real life, it's impossible to walk in beer shoes.
There's no grip.
So, this is the best I could do. Oh yeah, I like the tilt. Nice and dynamic.
I don't actually know if I can walk. It is like a sad shuffle. This sucks.
I'm so sorry. So it didn't turn out quite as clean as the AI version, but it's actually been about 30 minutes since I put this short up, and it's actually doing way better, especially on Instagram. It's already got over 20,000 views, and the reactions are exactly what I was hoping for. Some things were not meant to be created. Ain't no way to fake that kind of instant revulsion. Brilliant. I missed the person I was before I saw this. There are more weird comments than I was expecting, but I think these are mostly just like edgelords trying to be funny, and honestly, it says more about Quentin Tarantino than it does about the shoes. So I'm just gonna let these simmer. You never know, but just to be safe, I'm gonna try to build one more slop. This is one of the biggest AI Slop shorts I've found. And I have no idea why. It is 61 seconds long of just this. And I'm sorry, I have questions. How are you supposed to feed these fish? Do you just piss and shit into where they live? What happens when you try and flush one of these things? Nobody knows. But this short still has 14 million views. This one's gonna be hard, but hear me out, that's why it'll work. I think the other shorts might have actually been like too realistic, but if I make an aquarium toilet that looks anything like the short and works even a little bit like a toilet, people might watch that more than the AI version. So the first problem is that toilets aren't aquariums. But apparently you can make your own custom aquarium out of acrylic sheets, and lucky enough, I have an acrylic guy. Wait, I mean, I have an acrylic guy.
It's heavier than it looks.
Where are we gonna put this?
At first, I was a little worried because the toilet diagram I gave Davis wasn't the most detailed. But somehow he was able to turn that into a straight up Gunpla toilet kit.
This looks clean as hell.
I know you can't see it, but there is an invisible toilet lying on this sheet.
So then we glued all of the acrylic sheets in the toilet kit together with this really cool chemical that's illegal in California. But it's okay, because we actually filmed this in Texas.
You know, like how in cartoons they try and show things are invisible by like making them like a dotted line? That's what it looks like, a cartoon invisible toilet.
This is really cool.
Now, I could have just stopped right here and put this thing in my bathroom and filled it with fish, but I am mentally ill. So next we installed a fully functional flush tank and real transparent toilet plumbing.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, that is a perfect gurgle sound.
That worked.
Yes,
That worked really well.
This is a real working toilet. You could poo in here and it would work, except that instead of going into the sewer, your poo would drain into the shower. That's because I rent this place, so I can't actually install the toilet where the toilet should go. And look at this, are you seeing this? All of the parts of this toilet that flush are completely self-contained. You see this empty space outside of the flushing parts? This is where the fish can live. The AI couldn't come up with this. This is human ingenuity. I'm basically a toilet genius. Oh no, oh God, why? How does plumbing work? Jesus.
So next I set up the aquarium part of the toilet with all the stuff that fish need to stay alive.
I don't think this is cheating because it's very subtle. I'm just gonna add a little SpongeBob to this for engagement, because kids love SpongeBob.
But just to make absolute sure that no one would accuse me of animal abuse, I found the most miserable looking, already abused fish I could, so that living in a toilet would seem like paradise to them.
Whichever one wants freedom the most.
You know what? I think he wants to.
Oh, okay, yeah, he volunteered.
I think it was meant to be.
But even with real fish inside, it still didn't look as good as the AI Slop, until I stuck some blue LED lights on it, and then it became fucking awesome. Hello. These shorts have been stewing for 3 weeks now, so this is as many views as they're gonna get. So on TikTok, none of my shorts got even 10,000 views, which is especially embarrassing because I have almost 1 million followers on TikTok, and I guess none of them wanted to see this. On YouTube, though, things were still bad. All 3 shorts got about 80K views, which is better until you remember that the lowest number we were trying to beat was 1 million views. If you add all these together, it's still not even like a reasonable fraction of 1 million. But then there's Instagram. Horse mobility scooter, 90K views, not good. Aquarium toilet has almost 500K views, which would be really good if it wasn't supposed to beat 13 million views. And then there's beer mug heels with 6 million views. That is a certified banger. That is a huge number of views for my Instagram, and at first, honestly, I was worried about where the views were coming from, but then I saw that a bunch of non-perverted accounts were stealing and reposting it, so most of the views must be from normal people. And even that is still about half as many views as we needed to beat the original AI Slop. So I'm sorry, humanity, we've got to take the L on this one, but I do want to thank all of the real people that gave these shorts a fighting chance, who helped build and film and edit. I hope these guys survive the AI apocalypse. If you enjoyed this video, like it and share it with your friends. If you didn't enjoy this video, then still like it, but share it with your enemies. And either way, thank you for watching. I bet you didn't notice that this ocean behind me was AI generated.
Okay, it's not really, I don't know how to do that, but my point is, it totally could have been.